Ever dreamt of turning business aspirations into achievements? The struggle is real. Dismal personal credit, scarce resources. But here's the kicker. I've been there, navigated through, and so can you. Unveiling the Credit Connoisseur Plus Business Credit Membership, your success key. Master the tax code, pay less, earn more, not just rules, your success roadmap. Imagine deductions for everything with the business ownership hack, potential savings soaring over $20,000. Soft Credit Pull Special Financing, your business growth solution. Strategic consulting expertise, refining goals, optimizing structures, boosting strategies. Discover the secrets of travel-free flights, luxury stays, exquisite dining, all while building your credit. And the cherry on top, free quarterly resort trip giveaways, because you deserve luxury retreats. Ready to unlock your business's full potential? Dial 216-808-3344 or visit owncapitalwealth.com. Don't miss the opportunity to invest in your success.
All right. Welcome to Against All Odds Sports Radio Show. We live. I'm Javon Bates, the Legacy.
Bruce B. Smooth Ballard.
All right, y'all. So don't forget, y'all watching us live either on YouTube, Facebook, and I think that's it. But actually, we'll be going live on Instagram also in the future. So that's going to be another streaming service that we'll be on. So you'll be able to check us out on there. And if you want to check out the recap, tegmedia.org. Check that out. That's tegmedia.org. So let's get straight to it. It's Against All Odds Sports Radio Show. Once again, talk about the Cavs. So the Cavs right now, 35-16, right?
Yeah.
Okay, number one in the Central. And so that's basically incredible. They got a 9-game winning streak, and they've been playing good. They've been playing excellent ball.
Yes, definitely excellent.
So what do you think is the reason why they're successful right now on this winning streak?
I think it's because they had a chance to develop some of these guys who normally wouldn't have got time, and they didn't have to go to a deep bench. And he just went with what works. And these guys, they've been passing the ball around, sharing the rock, moving it around, so it's not just standing still.
Right.
And so they're not just playing one-on-one either. So, that's how Golden State was winning in the past, and LeBron with the Lakers.
Yeah.
And LeBron, when he was here in Cleveland, when that ball moves, they say got energy. So they've been playing with some good energy.
Yeah, then what shocked me again was when they had got their squad all the way back healthy, and then they continued to put more and add more to the winning streak. So that was actually a shocker to me because I thought it might have threw the chemistry off, but it actually didn't. So
no, it didn't.
So that's the good thing. So I guess they know that Donovan Mitchell is the man. This is his team. So I think that had to be established, I think, for this year.
Yeah.
Because they was talking about, sharing the ball with Garland and Mobley. So I guess those guys will have to take, the back seat and just be supporting cast in the movie.
Well, we didn't know what Dean Wade was going to do. We weren't sure how consistent LeVert was going to be.
True that.
And we didn't know what Niang was going to do. We knew Strus was pretty much going to give us.
But he's kind of on and off.
Then you got the Jones. He's been getting playing time. So Merrill, he did his thing in preseason, so I knew he was going to do his thing. And what's his name? Porter. He's a real surprise too.
Yeah, definitely. We got a whole bunch of surprises with this team, so it was kind of shocking that, like I said, that we still kept the winning streak. We still look good. So JB, he keeps his job so far.
Yeah, didn't think he was going to make it this far, but he's been doing a heck of a job coaching. So keep him around.
Yeah, that's the amazing part. Like I said, they had injuries just like the Browns had injuries. They was able to withstand the injury bug, and then they got back healthy, and they're still winning. So let's just see what happens. After All-Star break,
That's going to be critical. Yeah, because now everybody's made a lot of trades. Cavs didn't make any trades, but they're going to go with their regular nucleus. So
was you shocked that they didn't make any trades?
Nah, I wasn't shocked at all. Not unless you're going to get a definitive 3 for Garland. We made a move.
So what was all the talk about LBJ at the trade deadline? I knew that Donovan Mitchell, they wasn't going to do that. That wasn't even a good trade. Come on now. I think they were just trying to hype it up and just put it out there. But yeah, I definitely knew that wasn't going to be a good trade. No way.
Yeah, no news is good news. Well, bad news is good news. So, yeah, that would have been some chitter chatter. But we knew that wasn't going to happen.
Nah.
Maybe next year. This year.
So, like I said, like we was talking about before, we're number 1 in the Central. So, they be like 5 games behind Boston, if I ain't mistaken. I'll be 5 games. Yeah, it'd be 5 games behind
41,
Boston.
Yeah, 5 games.
Yep. So, the Bucks is like 2 games behind us.
Yep.
Pacers is about 11 games or so. No, I'm sorry. 5 games behind us.
Yeah.
Yep. And then the Bulls, speaking of the Bulls, let's talk about the 76ers before we talk about the Bulls. So the Cavs versus 76ers is tonight. Actually, right now, should be playing.
Tip-off?
Yeah. So they should be playing right about now. So with this Cavs 76 prediction, who do you got and who you rolling with?
We'll take the Cavs with no Embiid. We should definitely smack them.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Without Embiid, they're not the same team.
No, I don't think they can handle our bigs, Mobley and Allen.
I don't think they can handle Donovan. But like you said, they don't have anybody to definitely handle the bigs down low on the block. So I definitely see the Cavs winning this one. You think it'll be an easy victory?
Nah, I don't think it's gonna be easy. But I think we'll win 10 points.
10 points. Yeah, I think it's I ain't gonna say easy victory, but I think we'll roll past them and exceed the expectations for sure. We should definitely beat them. So,
but this is a critical game for Doc.
It's not Doc. This is Nurse.
Nurse?
You know, Doc went to the Bucks.
That's right. Yeah, Milwaukee.
It's definitely a critical game for Doc in Milwaukee because he's on a losing streak.
But oh yeah, no, I don't see.
This is the Toronto's old coach, Nurse.
Doug Nurse.
Yeah, so it might be critical for him, but definitely not for Doc because Doc just signed on to the Bucks not too long ago. But so we got the Cavs winning, so no score. We know we got them both winning, so we'll see. So Cavs' next game is the Bulls, then the Magic on the back-to-back. So that's going to be kind of tough because you got to play the Magic on the back-to-back.
Yeah, the Bulls should be tough, but the Magic will definitely.
You don't want to lose to the Bulls though, because it's like you definitely got to show up to play the Bulls. Not saying that the Bulls are going to be tough, but then you definitely want to show up to beat the Magic because you want to keep the streak going, you want to keep the chemistry rolling, you want to just keep it going. So
they got some players on the Bulls that just don't have no chemistry.
Yeah, they kind of took a step back from last year.
Yeah, but they got players. So yeah, you don't come out there flat.
Right,
they will beat you.
All right, let's talk about Ohio State Buckeyes football hires Chip Kelly as the OC. Snoozed in the past, but still present. How do you feel about that hire?
I like the hire because they should stumble his toe, then Chip Kelly can step right in. Now, the only thing is, Chip Kelly really doesn't know Ohio, so
he don't.
Like they want Ohio either, but If he recruits Ohio, if he end up taking over recruiting Ohio, he should be all right. But with this group, they got 18 returning starters
and a lot of transfers
and some dog transfers. So there's no reason why they should not at least win 10 games. Because
you get to the national championship.
Well, if you get one loss, he can still get in the national championship because we're going to 12 teams. But it's got to be a quality loss. So let's say they don't beat Oregon, and Oregon goes undefeated or one loss. The Browns, the Buckeyes still look good. But if they were to lose to Oregon, Penn State, and Michigan, which is the toughest one. Oh no, they got to play Iowa too. So Iowa's no joke.
Iowa's solid, but
we should beat
a lot of them teams.
Beat Iowa, but Penn State's going to be tough. I think. Is that one at home? I think last year we won in Happy Valley.
I'm not sure.
But those 4 games will be tough.
Yeah, but
with the talent, you got a bona fide dog quarterback. You got receivers. You got returning defense. So Buckeye should be cool.
Yeah, I like the hiring of Chip Kelly too, because it gives them a different source of offense, and he has some creative plays, as you've seen in his past with different colleges he was at, and not so good in the NFL because it just didn't translate. But definitely in college, he definitely is a creator, and he did a good job in Oregon. Definitely, that's where he was. Definitely, had a success that was in Oregon. So.
Yeah.
So Kansas City won the Super Bowl 58.
No surprise.
25-22 in overtime. So this is what I was told, and I'm not sure if this is true, but the 49ers was confused on the overtime rule.
So what? You didn't score a touchdown. You kicked the field goal. So even with the old overtime, now you give them a chance to score a touchdown, which they were going to try to do anyway. So it didn't make any difference. What were you going to do different? Your defense had been out there, so you didn't want to take the first possession, because if you did on defense, your defense would have been doubly tired. And by the old standard, if you let Mahomes score, game would have been over. So either way, it didn't really matter. I don't even get the controversy behind it. But you should know the darn rules. You guys play it.
And like you said, when you're playing against Mahomes, you're not playing for 3 points. Because he's not playing for 3 points.
No.
Trust me. He's not playing for 3 points at all. But yesterday's game started off kind of slow. Started off like a slow dance. And then they sped it up, and then it was entertaining from that point on. So So did you think this Super Bowl was better than the last Super Bowl?
No way.
No way?
Man, that was a shootout, and Hurst scored. I think it was 1:30 left. It was like, that's too much time for Mahomes. Mahomes went down and did his thing again.
As always.
So that was in the shootout. The Mahomes did that same thing. So.
Well, I was trying to tell you guys earlier, I said playoff Mahomes is different. In-season Mahomes is, you get the helter-skelter thing, but that Mahomes is like, it's hard to go against him, and that's why I was telling y'all, like, Lamar definitely wasn't going to beat him. These other guys weren't going to beat him. Burrow might have could beat him, but I'm not sure if he could beat him now. But that was the only person that definitely was his Achilles heel.
I mean, if you were going to beat Mahomes, this was a year, because he had no talent around him. No talent. And if you couldn't knock Mahomes out this year.
But you know what helped them was the defense. They actually had an underrated defense. Like, nobody talked about
them. The defense didn't play well till really the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying.
So, I mean, they showed up right. They gelled right on time.
They shut down everybody.
Right when the Browns muffed up, she dialed it in.
Yeah, they play like we should have been playing.
Yeah. and if Cleveland ever blew an opportunity to win the Super Bowl, this was it. You had a wounded Mahomes, and he would have needed these weapons against Cleveland.
Yeah, but Cleveland, we was just too injured, and the glass slipper fell off.
We were more bruising better than their dog. Yeah.
Yeah, we were definitely. Yeah. We needed everybody. We needed to be perfectly healthy and play a perfect game if we was to even think about playing Mahomes.
12 o'clock struck against.
Yeah, most Houston. Definitely.
Boom! Pumpkin turned into. The cherry turned into a pumpkin. The horses turned into.
So mice. When you look at Mahomes, like right now, if he was just to retire, he will go down as one of the greats right now. Just because of what he did in this little bit of time.
Yeah.
So he's a living legend right now. When you put it together, and it's a dynasty because they got three out of the last 4 years.
4 out of the last 5. Huh?
Well, three rings.
Three rings out of the last 5.
Yeah, so that's a dynasty.
They've been there 4 times out of the last 5.
Yeah, that's a dynasty right there.
So far, unless somebody comes in the eclipse and wins 5. Or replace that, but I doubt if anything. If he retools, all you got to do is just make the playoff.
Well, he's gonna make the playoffs.
Yeah, he's gonna make the playoffs.
It's just
as long as he's healthy.
It's just about the other teams. Can they ever figure him out? Could they ever figure him out?
There's nothing to figure out. You got to shut down the receivers.
Well, it's like this. Can you figure out how to beat that team? It ain't about figuring him out. It's about figuring. You gotta play a perfect game.
You're gonna need 2 edge rushers.
You have to play a perfect game.
And somebody and a dog up the middle, and then you need a
dog quarterback.
You're gonna need a dog quarterback, and you're gonna need a dog Mike linebacker and somebody to spy him. And you need shut down, like we said, some shut down corners. Cleveland had that. Cleveland had the whole piece.
They didn't show up at the wrong time.
They showed up not to play. Yeah,
that was crazy.
They talked about the Chiefs secondary. The Browns secondary was the best secondary,
but in the playoffs it looked like trash.
Trash.
Yeah. They didn't even know how to play.
Everybody looked like trash. They looked like the Browns defense from last year.
They did. They sure did. So what was the main mistake that you think the 49ers made in that game? I know, in my opinion, I know one mistake that he did.
I think he got too tight, and he got worried about McCaffrey being hurt, and that's when he stopped running the ball. I think that was the biggest mistake.
So he basically did the same thing he did in Atlanta when they were up 28-3.
Running the ball, that's right.
He's the offensive coordinator at that point, and he's calling all the plays.
Yeah.
And okay, we got Brady 28-3. We got him down.
Yeah.
And then turn around and lose the game.
He was running Mitchell. Then he started running Mitchell.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. Like he got Stefanski-ish. It's like he just forgot what to do.
Well, he ain't been there in a while, and he never been to Brock Purdy. So it's like Andy Reid had been there last year. He'd been there the year before.
And they didn't panic, though.
And he didn't. No, but he also knew his quarterback and what his quarterback was capable of doing.
The smart thing was they went ahead and kicked the ball off because they knew they were down. They could come back.
If they forced the field goal. Oh, you talking about at the half?
Yeah, they knew they was getting the ball back at halftime. So even if they were down, they knew they had a chance to
come back strong in the first half, which they did. And then in the overtime, all they said you didn't go for it. If you missed it, what was it, 4th and 4?
Yeah.
If you don't go for it and you kick the field goal, now Mahomes can beat you with a touchdown. And if you don't get the first down, now Mahomes can beat you with a field goal. So damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Well, the biggest mistake of the game was the missed extra point.
Well, along with
I'm just saying that changed the whole complexity because you would have been up by 4 and Mahomes has to score a touchdown. So now he's like, oh, 3 points.
That and
I
the
could just
muff
get 3
punt.
points. Yeah,
Not-
that too.
Not muff punt, but that and the. I mean, just bad luck where the punt hits the back of.
Yeah, that was all bad.
You're the offensive player's foot.
That's the time not to get out the way. Just get out the way.
Well, he could have just fell on the ball and started to try to play hero. I'm sure if you play football, your coach always say just fall on the ball. And how many times you like, damn, I'm gonna pick that up and run it in the end zone. You just fell on the ball, got the possession. So
it's called nervousness.
Yeah. But if you got your 10, 15-yard line, you ain't trying to pick it up and fall. You just fall on the ball.
Or you trying to fall because that ball was still moving. So,
but once again, those are guys ain't never been there before.
True that.
And so they just didn't know, the intensity of the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's great.
Super Bowl, man.
So, what do you think about Travis Kelce's performance yesterday?
Man, Kelce played possum. He didn't do shit the first half, and he just saved it up for halftime for the second half. And he 93 yards the second half.
So Taylor said you got to bring one back like I got one. She got an award, whatever, a Grammy. So she said, look, you got to get you an award too.
He already knew he was gonna get one. The thing is, it's his 13th season. So it's smart for a veteran player. Maybe he might, be able to have full energy for the whole game. And he conserved it. He rope-a-dope on him.
He did. Because
on him.
In the fourth quarter, he turned it all up.
He turned it all up, just like Mahomes turned it up.
Yeah.
In the fourth quarter, they turned it up. When 49ers was struggling, and they turned it up in overtime.
Man, what a play that was at the end.
Man.
He faked this way and then came back that way.
Yeah.
But
the fourth and 4, where they did line up in the shotgun and did a read option.
That was smart.
That first down. That was smart.
That was definitely smart. Because Mahomes still could have threw it to the other person if he wanted to.
Yeah.
Because he actually had 2-3 options for real if he wanted to.
I mean, it was 4th and 4. It was 4th and
2 and
feet. 4th and a foot.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. I thought you just go ahead, line Mahomes on the center and just quarterback sneak.
No, he don't want to do that.
No, but I was like, man, they in shotgun. What are they gonna do for that?
He stopped doing that. Remember, Mahomes got injured. He had to pop his knee back in place.
So ran a read option.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
So the read option it paid off though.
I mean, Lamar wouldn't even run the read option against Kansas City.
It just shows you they know their team, they know the other team, they know the weaknesses. They study the
but
film.
I think what he knew was he had to win that game. It wasn't gonna be his receivers, and they would double team Kelce. So it's like, okay, somebody else got to come through. They did, but for the most part, Mahomes willed that game.
He did, and that's why he got MVP.
Yeah, he willed that game. I mean, and then you look at it, I was like, 300 right before overtime, 300 yards. I was like, man, that's a quiet 300 yards. And you talking about Purdy. Purdy was under about 150 at that point, 150 yards. You're like, man, they shut down Purdy because Purdy looked like he was going to throw for 400 yards or something. Because
he did. He started off
100 in the first quarter.
He started off fast,
and then he reached. And what's his name?
Steve Spagnuolo.
Steve Spagnuolo shut him down.
Well, Steve Spagnuolo knows if you apply pressure to a rookie. Well, not a rookie, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If you apply pressure to a guy that never been there before, he don't know what to do.
Well, he started missing throws.
Yeah.
And they started getting pressure.
Almost intercepted a few times.
Yeah, they put pressure on him, and they weren't hitting him, but they put pressure on that. Pocket was collapsing. Yeah.
They got him a couple times, but it wasn't no sack. They just made him feel it.
Right. No, they didn't really hit him, but they put pressure on him. I mean, sometimes you don't have to hit anybody, just put pressure on him.
And Brock Purdy, you can't blame it on him. He is what he is.
Yeah, he held his own. I mean, he did what Purdy was supposed to do. He
quit trying to compare him to Mahomes, y'all.
You can't. You can't compare.
It's not the same thing.
You can't compare the last pick of the draft with the intangibles and the physical stature that he had. I mean, it might have been different, okay, if he was like Kurt Warner or something, or even Brady, 6'4", 200-something pounds, big stature, and last draft, and showing he could be accurate. But with this, if he took hits from, he wasn't gonna last.
Nah.
You know.
And now they try to hide it. They definitely try to hide the Purdy. They knew sooner or later it's gonna catch up to him.
Just like it, Browns caught up to Browns as soon as they was gonna catch up to him.
Yeah, it's gonna catch up to you.
And
you seen it was coming though.
You saw what Debo was nicked, knacked, and hurt. So
tight end.
And Nick Kittles Kittles were hurt, and Kittles wasn't hardly in the game at all. So like
he got shut down.
Kittles got shut down. That's right.
He didn't do nothing for real.
Ayuk didn't do nothing.
Yeah, he did caught a couple, but like you said,
got shut down.
They didn't really do too much.
No.
Shout out to the Kansas City cornerbacks, that secondary.
And then Purdy himself, he didn't do nothing after that. He couldn't do that. He went running like he was in the NFC finals.
Nah. So what did you think about the halftime show?
I'm a slight Usher fan. You know, I'm a music fan, so it's like, you know, it was cool halftime. I really didn't.
What the hell was that Jermaine Dupri had on? What the hell was that?
I didn't know. Was that Jermaine Dupri?
Man, he had on some white socks with a black.
Somebody said that was Gnarls Barkley.
That was Jermaine Dupri.
I was like, that didn't look like no Gnarls Barkley.
That was Jermaine Dupri.
Yeah, but
he was wearing Gnarls Barkley's outfit. Probably.
Yeah, Gnarls Barkley haircut, I guess. But I was like, that ain't Gnarls Barkley. But I thought it was cool. I liked it in the end when Ludacris showed up and Lil Jon showed up, and then her showed up. I didn't really care about Alicia Keys, and then I was like, okay, the roller skate, you know. But other than that,
Alicia Keys was they just threw that in there.
Alicia Keys with Alicia Keys.
They just threw it in there.
Yeah,
he was touching Swiss Beats' girl's wife, right?
Yeah, he did. But, you know, if she gonna come on stage and do a love song,
I guess I guess it was.
I guess no, that ain't too provocative. Nah. He ain't smack it.
Nah, he just rubbed a little bit.
Rub you a little bit. Yeah.
Hugged her.
But that's Hollywood, man.
Yeah.
She got paid for it.
You right. Swiss got paid for it.
Swiss got paid for it, yeah. Swiss Beats, yeah. So, yeah.
So next year...
What you think about, though?
The halftime show?
Yeah.
Not bad. It was all right. It wasn't bad. I mean...
I thought it was different with the roller skaters, you know. I mean, I was like, why take his shirt off?
Well, you know, that's what he's gonna do. He's a guy that sings R&B and
took his shirt off.
I guess he thought the women was a little crazy or something.
I guess. He need to do a little more work in the gym, but he's gonna do that.
Well, yeah, he's what, 45 now?
47. I was like, damn, I know he's like 45, 47. I remember when he was a little dude, he came to the Turkey Jam. Cleveland fell off the stage.
That's way back.
Yeah,
I remember Usher's about my age. I just remember him, you know, starting off building traction with his music. So
yeah,
it was like I said, it wasn't a bad show.
Yeah,
halftime.
No, I like Usher. I mean, I related to some of his songs and everything.
Yeah,
but I was like, oh, it's Usher. You know, I mean, he didn't have a lot of pyrotechnics and all that stuff.
Nah,
I mean, like I said, I thought the roller skate was a fresh take. And you never seen anybody roller skate.
Nah, and sing and dance with the roller skates and nobody fall. Nope. They skilled. Yeah. I put on some roller skates. I'm going down.
Wow. You know, I mean, weren't Lady Gaga's thing and what's the name? Had the tiger and
Katy
Perry and all that stuff. You know, but it was Vegas. I mean, you know, I know.
Didn't Jennifer Lopez had a stripper pole or something one time? I think, matter of fact, she did. She had like a little strip pole on one of the Super Bowls.
Oh yeah, she did. Yeah. Was it her dancing or somebody else dancing?
She was dancing.
She was on the pole.
Yeah. What do you think about the commercials? And then we're gonna get off the Super Bowl.
I thought some of the commercials were okay, but I mean,
it was corny overall.
Corny overall. Yeah, they really were.
You spend $7 $7 million on some trash.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, what was the one with Schwarzenegger? He couldn't say.
Oh, neighbor.
Couldn't say neighbor.
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 That was
Yeah.
stupid. That was stupid.
It was just a bunch of stupid commercials.
Yeah.
Only commercial I kind of enjoyed, and I went to the website to check it out because you had to see the rest of it, was Deadpool. I thought I'm
with the characters, the characters from the kids cartoon.
no Deadpool, the Marvel character.
He was
Wolverine.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the one where Deadpool was in the guy character, the actor.
No, not him.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Not Ryan Reynolds.
Okay.
He plays Deadpool, but I'm
Yeah.
talking about the actual Deadpool movie.
Oh.
That was like the best commercial, in my opinion, out of the whole Super
I
Bowl.
think I missed that one.
Yeah, you missed
it.
it.
I saw
Wolverine is in that one.
I saw him by himself with the
What If, I think it's called.
the if. Yeah. What
If,
if.
whatever it's called. Yeah.
Something in Invisible Friend, Imaginary Friend.
Something like that.
Yeah, that's if Imaginary
Yeah.
Friend. Yeah.
Imaginary Friend. Yeah. But overall, like I said, the commercials was boo boo.
Hey, how many 58 years? I mean, they've been doing this probably like 30 years. So how much more creative can you get? It ain't been already done, basically.
Yeah. Or you just hire somebody that actually know what they're doing.
Yeah.
You stop hiring your friends.
Nepotism.
Yeah. All right. So let's move along a little bit further down. So the NFL Draft 2024 is in Detroit, Michigan, April 25th to the 27th. So that's right down the street from us.
On the street. Yeah.
So what do you think about this draft? And what do you think is the strongest position in the draft right now?
Quarterback. And I think they said tight end is supposed to be pretty strong, but definitely receivers are going to be strong again.
What about cornerbacks?
I haven't heard much about the cornerbacks, but probably cornerbacks will be strong again.
Because you need this league, you need cornerbacks. You need a good secondary.
Well, with these teams in the spread going 4 and 5 receivers, a lot of cornerback is getting work. So I think the question will be, you
need edge rushers too.
Well, we already know pretty much SEC and the Big Ten got the edge rushers. The corners, of course, Big Ten, SEC, and the Pac-12. And you get some cover linebackers out of the Big 12 and the Pac-12. And you get some few linemen out of the Big 12. But I think most of your big time players are going to come out of the Big 10, the Pac-12, SEC. Oh, ACC is going to have some nice players too. Florida.
Yeah.
Florida State, Florida usually got some.
All right, so let's move on probably to the last subject of the day. Browns draft needs for 2024. Now we know for a fact that we need some linebackers.
We need some cover linebackers.
Secondary
is pretty strong.
It's strong. It just needs some work.
We can use another corner. Safety was good.
Yeah.
Maybe you need some developmental safety, but you
probably need some more safeties though.
I've used a safety.
Yeah, because our safeties was beat up a lot.
Really, I think we really need help on the defensive end, and we need another line. But we, of course, we forgot receiver. We need a receiver that can go get it.
Yeah, definitely need a receiver. I don't know if you're gonna get a good receiver unless you just draft him in the second round.
We got to get in the second round because there's gonna be some receivers in the second round.
That's the only time you're gonna have to get. I mean, if you go anything past the second round,
because quarterbacks. I mean, you're talking about 10, 12 quarterbacks that are coming out, and some of them probably got down to drop down to the second. But these seven. That's 7 spots out of 32, and you got corners coming out there, wide receiver,
edge rusher,
maybe one back, and defensive players. So in line, so I think you're gonna have plenty of wide receivers in the second round to choose from.
So that'll be your sweet spot because you know the main receiver gonna be gone. You already know Marvin.
Yeah,
is gone.
the main receivers are gone. Marvin Odunze.
Yeah.
Um,
Those
kid
guys,
out of Oregon.
those guys are gone.
Yeah, kid out of Oregon.
So we shouldn't even be thinking about them.
Top receiver from USC, Caleb under Caleb. Probably the kid from Michigan.
So, which quarterback you think is the best quarterback that has a chance in the NFL to start off with?
Penix.
Penix.
Mm-hmm. After Penix, I would say tie between Williams and Daniels.
So, Penix, which team you think will fit his quarterback scheme, his philosophy, his play?
Penix doesn't want to run much because he got hurt in college running, so he learned his lesson. He don't want to run. He's going to stay in that pocket, but he can take off. So he needs to go. He's probably going to go. We know Caleb Williams is looking to go first, but then you have what's his name from Oregon. That might go second. Penix may go third. He may even go fourth because they may want Jalen Daniels over Penix. That's the thing. I think Penix will go to a good team that's not where he won't get beat up because I think people are probably going to look at Penix since he didn't really run much, and Caleb as a dual threat, Daniels a dual threat, and the kid from Oregon as a dual threat. But they already, they talk about McCarthy as a dual threat.
So do you feel that Atlanta Falcons will go after one of these quarterbacks because Riddler hasn't done anything.
For sure, and if they don't get Fields from Chicago, for sure they will. Like I said, we're talking about here quarterbacks coming out of college. So Williams is probably supposed to be the number one,
right?
Daniels is probably number 2.
Yep.
The kid from Oregon is probably number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Then Penix is probably 4. If they're smart, you pick Penix in the first round. Number 1. So now we're talking about after that. We're talking about there's McCarthy. Then there's Kid Ward from Washington State. That's 6. Then you got the kid out of Notre Dame, 7.
It's gonna be a busy draft.
That draft is deep. Then who else was there sleeping? May out of North Carolina. That's 8. And now you got the guys that are under the radar that were on these other teams that are coming out. So you got 8 that are probably first rounders right there.
So Steelers released Mitchell Trubisky.
So
that means they're going to bring in another QB through the draft then.
Evidently.
Because Pickett haven't won that team over.
Or they're going to try to get a free agent, and then they will keep Pickett and Rudolph, and then that's their 3, and then you have pick one in the draft that you put on your practice squad.
Yeah, because they're the only ones that don't have a legit QB right now.
We don't really care about it.
No, we don't. We hope they maintain that. So
I like Trubisky. Being a homer, I think he would come here and probably be a good backup quarterback. But people in Cleveland don't want him from the radio I heard today. They're like, no, not Trubisky.
I think he's been used up so much now. So he reminds you of journeyman now at this point because he's been on too many teams.
He's in his 7th year. I think if he goes to the right place and they got a balanced team where he can get his head together. He's still young. He can get it together.
I heard some junk about Tannehill going to Pittsburgh.
Tannehill?
Yeah. I meant to tell you that. I heard something like that. I said, what? Tannehill? Because they saying basically he will be that peace until they find out what they need.
Yeah, but there's some other guys you could go out here.
So who's available?
Like we said, Fields will be available. Tannehill's available.
Well, Fields ain't available really because you have to trade to get him.
Cousins is going to be available.
Yeah, you got to sign. You got to sign him.
Cousins going to be available. Yeah, Drake May is on Jaden Daniels.
Drake May.
Who is
Jaden Daniels.
Marvin Harrison.
So I don't know. It's really hard.
I think they go. I don't know about Tannehill. He could.
It was just something they brought up.
That would be interesting if they did, but I wouldn't be fearing him.
No, you ain't fearing him.
No, I wouldn't be fearing
him. If they do bring him in, I just think it's to fill the void for the hot second that they kind of needed for.
Yeah, I would be in fear of they worried if they brought in Justin Fields.
Yeah.
Now we got 3 quarterbacks again to deal with in the division.
And he'll run the ball and throw it on you.
Run the ball and throw it on you, yeah.
So that definitely is going to be harder.
Yeah, we would not get a break at all.
I mean, that's what it is all about at this point.
Yeah. So,
let me go back. So this is the draft.
The draft. What's that top 25? Okay, there's Caleb Williams. You got
so they think the Bears is going to get Caleb and trade. They're going to trade Justin Fields
to take Caleb and probably go in and try to get a receiver next and later on.
Wait a minute. Then they're gonna move up. They're gonna move
Marvin
up.
Harrison.
They're gonna move up to get Marvin Harrison. I thought that what's the name was right here. Wait a minute. This is drafting. That's correct.
That's the draft. Yeah. That's what they're saying. They think he's gonna move up. They think
they're gonna move up. Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna move up. Yeah.
I was about to say a couple of people moving up.
Well, you see Drake May. Like I said,
Penix. So they said Justin Fields and Russell Wilson will be on the move. So
Pittsburgh, we forgot Pittsburgh to get Russell Wilson.
So that's the scary part now because they can possibly.
There are a lot of quarterbacks that are going to be available that Pittsburgh has availability to get that could make them bona fide.
Kansas City will get another receiver. We already know that.
Yeah, Kansas City goes to another receiver.
They can shuffle those things.
So I want to see. So what the quarterbacks did they say that? Okay, who is this guy?
Cornerback.
Okay.
Safety.
Cornerback.
This cornerback, safety. Offensive lineman, edge rusher for Detroit. Tampa Bay, edge rusher. That's what I say. Is a lot of edge rushers.
That's a receiver there.
Cornerback.
Cornerback. Oh.
That's what I was telling you earlier.
The next one.
Receiver.
Keon.
Remember I told you Kansas City going to get him a.
I think that's Oregon. Keon Coleman.
Yeah. Offensive tackles, defensive tackle, tight end going to Pittsburgh linebacker Nate Wiggins from Clemson.
Cornerback.
Yeah. Remember I told you earlier I felt like it was going to be like that. Jacksonville getting another receiver. Brian Thomas. Center, defensive tackle, receiver. We already talked about Dunsley.
Yeah. There's J.J. McCarthy.
Raiders. I can see that.
Nevers. Who's Dallas Turner?
Nevers.
There's a
offensive tackle. Offensive tackle.
Wait a minute. I don't see Penix yet. They figured they're crazy.
This is a prediction from one of the guys. What's that guy name? He always giving the prediction.
He's crazy but you didn't McCarthy. They would choose McCarthy over Penix and what's his name from Oregon?
The Patriots would deal for Justin Fields. They said that's the speculation.
Really? Wow.
One of his 5 first-round trades.
Wow.
So that means that's why they got them right there. See? Justin Fields. Remember, Patriots is right here.
Oh, so they would trade Justin to Patriots to get into there.
Yep. So they could get Marvin Harrison with Caleb Williams.
Wow.
Which is a crazy strategy.
Yeah, that'd be a crazy strategy.
Shout out to Chicago family and friends and all that. I see y'all trying to make moves. That's crazy. Do you see the Browns moving inside the first round? Or you think they'll sit back?
They're gonna sit back. Because we need them picks.
Yeah.
And like I said, look how many receivers are going to be available from according to this. The receivers are going to be available in the second round.
So yeah,
I don't even see Odunze from Washington in that month.
He on there.
Was it Odunze?
Yeah, I remember I said his name. He right there.
Okay, Odunze. And there's another. And the receiver he played with, his counterpart is supposed to be a first round pick.
Yeah, but you know how they go.
Well, he can go in the second.
He'll go in the second round.
We'll
get him. Get him in a second.
Florida State's got some big receivers, and look at the top receivers. Yeah, let's see. There's gonna be receivers in that second round.
Yeah. So you think the Browns will go receiver then?
I think
second round, first pick, right?
I think they got to go receiver in the second round, unless they really believe that there's going to be somebody with some speed in the third round. Now, because what we've seen here, if that's the case, you still got a bunch of quarterbacks in that second round that go, and then you have some receivers left in the third round.
Yep.
But if the receiver you want is there in the second round, and he's got some speed and he's legitimate can catch and give separation on NFL college corners.
All right, before we end this show,
you gotta go for it.
Got a question for you, and we're gonna end the show on this note. Do you think Patrick Mahomes will get a 3-peat?
No, I don't. I think there's too much talent in these young quarterbacks coming up, and I think this is going to be the next year. It's going to be tough.
I think he
might
will
be back next.
I don't think he'll get the 3-peat, but I think he'll get another one within the next couple of years.
I think he's going to get 2 more within the next 5 years for sure. You know, yeah.
And I wouldn't doubt him. I wouldn't say he couldn't do it, but what I'm saying is it's going to be harder to do it.
It's going to be hard. I mean, we already seen the talent of the young quarterbacks. I mean, they're just lucky that the Browns weren't even in the picture.
That defense fizzled out.
Because they would just to play Flacco with that defense on point. Man, they might not. Chiefs might not even gotten there.
No, we would have seen them. We would have seen them in the last game.
Yeah, I think though the Browns would have had their number if that defense came to play the way it was.
Yeah,
they would have had their number. He would have needed Owusu JOK. He would have shadowed him, and then we had 3 shutdown corners.
I just think. For that type of game,
we would shut their receivers down.
That type of game, you need Nick Chubb healthy. That type of game, because you need every single weapon.
I think if we would have our defense healthy, our defense would shut them down. And the way Flacco was balling, the receivers, our running game was going.
Flacco was playing accordingly to how the defense was playing,
and our running game was balling too. So I think if the Browns came with their A game, they would have beat them.
Oh yeah, for sure. You can't make no mistakes against Kansas City.
No, you can't. Well, you can't make no mistakes against anybody when you get that deep. But I think if the Browns came with their A game, they would have beat them, and then they would beat the 49ers.
We already beat them.
Yeah, I'm saying we would beat them in the Super Bowl too.
Yeah.
But we weren't getting that far anyway. So, no, I don't think. I think it's going to gauntlet. And plus, their schedule is going to be even harder for Kansas City.
Everybody's schedule is going to be harder.
Browns is already hard,
yeah. So we already seen the Browns schedule. So we got the NFC East, which is the hard division.
Yeah.
The Eagles, not Redskins, Commanders, Dallas. So this it's going to be hard. This all in our division too.
Yeah,
The division ain't no slouch. We got the best division probably in the league.
but I mean, if you think about it, like Jordan repeats 3, then goes back and repeats 3, but Jordan had a cast.
It wasn't a superstar cast, but it was a supporting cast. It was a good supporting cast.
Jordan had a superstar cast. Man. He had Pippen, the Hall of Famer. He had
those guys weren't superstars.
Pippen, the Hall of
Famer. Until
Pippen and Jordan were unbeatable. That kind.
But it took Jordan to get him to be that way.
Huh?
It took Jordan to get him to be that way.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. He wouldn't know all-star coming over. He didn't even go to a big college.
No, he didn't.
That's what I'm saying. These guys were just regular guys until
look, you had Jordan had before he had Steve Kerr, he had Paxton, the 3-point shooter. Yeah. He had
but those guys weren't superstars or all-stars. They were great supporting cast.
Let me see.
They were good supporting cast.
He had Kukoc. Kukoc was a baller now. Kukoc was a baller.
Did you see The Last Dance?
No.
Go watch The Last Dance.
Kukoc was a baller though.
Go watch The Last Dance.
Kukoc was a baller, man. He was a baller.
Yeah, when he got to the Bulls.
No, Kukoc was a baller before then.
He was, but go watch The Last Dance.
I have to watch The
Last Dance. You'll see everything that I'm talking about.
We know the number one thing is Jordan, man. Jordan, the number one piece is Jordan. And really, Jordan didn't need superstars around him. He
needed a good supporting cast.
He needed a good supporting cast.
Just like Mahomes.
But no, he had better than Jordan had better than Mahomes on these wide receivers. He didn't have to go. They couldn't count on them other guys on the bench with Jordan. Them players with Jordan could count on them. And then Jordan later on, he got Harper, and you got
Yeah, he was able to get,
and he got Rodman. Come on,
he was able to get those later on.
He got those guys, but before then, he had guys that were steady players that nobody was like, oh, Jordan wasn't going to do it. Everybody knew Jordan was going to win with those other guys.
Yeah, Jordan became a superstar. Jordan is the top level, and that's how you got to look at Mahomes right now.
Mahomes is, but he still needs some. He still needs some players. I mean, I don't think he's gonna do it again.
But he's that. We just talked about this yesterday. He's that quarterback that could turn a receiver.
But also, look, he went in the Super Bowl against not a good team that did not have a great quarterback. Now, if you look at,
but he beat the good quarterback last year.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
Hurts was up here.
It's not like Jordan was playing every year against Hall of Famers. He did play against every year. He went in the finals against Hall of Famers because when he beat those Utah team, he beat Carmelo and Carl Stockton.
Yeah, Stockton Malone.
And Stockton Malone. Those 2 Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
Supersonics. Yeah. So it's like not like Jordan played well, they got a decent team. No, he played bona fide Hall of Famers and beat them.
Supersonics, and they had Peyton and Kemp.
Yeah, that was a stacked team. So, and they beat bona fide Hall of Fame coaches.
Yeah.
So now this is Andy Reid versus
Shanahan.
Shanahan, and Mahomes versus Purdy. So come on.
Like I said before, and I've been saying,
we ain't taking nothing from Mahomes. Mahomes to go.
Oh yeah,
it ain't his fault. They brought some
trash cans,
some
trash can quarterbacks to come and play.
Right. That's right.
But no, for real though, what I said, Purdy was a good quarterback. You heard me say Purdy was a good quarterback.
Purdy's a good quarterback.
But you always heard me say he never ever gonna be a Mahomes.
Shoot, come on. Put Purdy on the Texans. It don't happen.
It ain't gonna never happen.
Put Stroud in that Super Bowl.
Could possibly.
It'd been a different.
Could possibly happen.
It'd been a different Super Bowl now.
Definitely could possibly happen.
Yeah, because we ain't talking about 6.
Because Stroud can make those throws.
That's right. We ain't talking about a barely 6 foot quarterback that's barely 200 pounds. That's a last player chosen in the draft. We talking about a kid that played in big games all through college and big time quarterback. That's different. That's like saying.
So what happens if these teams meet next year? I'm just saying, theoretically, if these teams meet next year, same scenario, same answer, same question, same
answer.
Same answer.
Same answer. It's like what happens when Jordan comes back after retirement. Same answer. He won 3 in a row after retirement. Took a year off to play baseball.
So what if they traded Purdy for Purdy and somebody else? I'm just making somebody else. Purdy, somebody else, and
Purdy and Joe Burrow. Mahomes loses.
Oh yeah, for sure. What if
Purdy and Allen, Mahomes loses.
Okay, what if they trade for Sunshine? Herbert
loses.
So you think Herbert in that 40?
Herbert is not on the same.
He's not on the same.
He's not on the same page as Josh Allen.
Not yet.
Lamar
not yet. But now he got him a coach though.
Burrow.
He got him a coach now. Give him time.
Well, we're gonna see what happens.
I ain't saying that he's gonna be a Super Bowl champion ever.
Yeah.
I'm saying that he's gonna be better because now he got a better coach. That coach he had, he was just doing Madden plays. He was going for it on 4th and 20.
He knew he was a bum. He should. The Browns should have been in the playoff that when they went for that 4th down and they missed the field goal, right?
Yeah.
The Browns. We should have beat them and been in the playoff. Yeah, he was a stupid coach then.
Yeah. Wasn't he from here?
I don't know.
John Carroll's. I think.
He's that John Carroll tree.
Yeah. I think it was that John Carroll.
So he went to either Baldwin Wallace or Union.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Mount Union.
All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in Against All Odds Sports Radio Show. We'll see you next Monday, and we'll be talking more sports, more Cavs, draft coming up in about a month or so.
Yeah,
a month and a half.
Yeah.
So that's crazy, man. No, about 2 months probably at the end of April. So yeah. All right, y'all. Enjoy your Valentine's Day and get your lady something nice.
Yeah. Be smooth.
All right. We out.
Peace.